Welcome back, you guys. My name's Keith Duble, and I'm not like any realtor you know. In fact, for 13 years, I've helped hundreds and hundreds of clients just like you move to Austin or move locally, and we've worked with over 22 home builders. This is not our first rodeo. So even it's the middle of the night, guys, feel free to reach out. You can call me, text me, or in the description below, I have a Calendly link. You can book an appointment with me. You deserve a 5-star experience. Please let me give that to you. Guys, this is the stunning LARIMAR. This is one of the most popular plans. Well, obviously it's a model in the cul-de-sac of models in Travisso, one of the best neighborhoods as far as beauty and hill country views in the greater Austin area. So clearly it's a top seller. But this plan has got so many different features and options, and I'm going to take you through all of them. This is a beautiful and elegant plan, and I love it. This community, again, just rock solid with the amazing views and the great location. Now, this plan has got a ton of options, and we're right now in this formal dining space. You can see all the layout here with that super grand, very tall entry. There's a lot of wonderful things to offer in this plan. Now, just real quick, guys, as we kind of dive into this home, I want you to know why this channel exists. This channel is here for you because you're probably thinking about making a move to Austin. Maybe you're just shopping. Maybe you're just watching this and like, man, this is a beautiful house, and this realtor is the best. Maybe that's what you're thinking. But if you're thinking actually making a move to the greater Austin area, then you are not alone. We exist to bring you information, educate you, tell you about what's going on with the market, what are lenders doing. And please, I want you to reach out to me if you have questions about any of that. We are on the cusp of some massive changes in the real estate world with regard to pricing. As interest rates begin to come down, we're going to see these prices go up. In fact, this house is originally listed at $794 and currently it's $850. So it has changed. They've actually raised prices as of right after Thanksgiving. They raised prices on everything because the market is looking stronger in the real estate world with regard to interest rates specifically. And it is just a lot of good things happening with that. And the builders kind of are smelling that, sensing that, and they're getting ahead of it by raising prices. So just a few things about this house. And I want to share a fun little story with you in just a second. So please stick around for that. But before we dive into that, I did want to kind of walk through some of the options in this home. So this home has an optional gourmet setup, and if you do that, then you're going to have you're going to be able to mount the microwave oven. You have the 36-inch cooktop. There are a number of other different things that you're adding in here as well, and this looks into this living space. Now, if you currently in the model how it is right now, there is a 3-panel 15 by 8, so 15 foot by 8 foot 3-panel sliding door that is just outstanding. It's beautiful, and it leads into that open covered covered patio out into the open air back patio. And I just love the views from the upstairs. It's kind of a catwalk feel, the hallway up there with views down into the living, but you can see this big 3-panel door. Now, if you choose not to have that, there'll be 4 windows that kind of mirror those transom windows above it. And there will be 2 access points to the back patio. One will be from that dining room and one will be from the owner's suite. But you can see just how grand this living space is. And you'd be amazed, like in larger homes that are 3,000, 4,000 square foot, if the plan isn't really thought out well, you'll have a smaller kind of cramped, confined living space. That they don't put the space in these living kind of common areas, but they did a great job. Taylor Morrison did in this living area. It's very well thought out. It's not too big. It doesn't need to be too big. The space is kind of in the height and the grandeur. So we're going to head back into the owner's space here. And again, I do want to share a quick story with you. I was in the house actually shooting this video. I walk in the home. There's a gentleman. He's wearing a Michigan cap. And as I walk by, he kind of gives me a double take, and I just happened to notice. I didn't think anything of it. A few minutes later, I'm shooting, and he's like, hey, I see you have a camera. He's like, this may be silly. Do you have a YouTube channel? And I said, I sure do. And he's like, great. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a channel featuring Santa Rita Ranch, which is a master plan community in Liberty Hill? And I said, I sure do. And he was like, did you film that with your wife? And I said, yes. And he said, you are the reason I'm actually shopping in the greater Austin area. And I said, get out of here. You got to be kidding me. Why haven't you called me? And he was like, well, I wasn't quite ready yet. He said, but maybe it's fate that I met you. This is fantastic. And he's like, well, now you can help me. So we got in touch, got his information, and now like we're working together and so forth. And I'm going to be hopefully helping him kind of make the move when it's appropriate. But he just didn't call me because he's just visiting his son. He's interested in the area. Guys, don't let that be something that stops you from reaching out. Just because you're kicking tires does not mean that we can't help you, because that is still part of the experience. Gathering information, getting your knowledge, keeping in touch with experts in the area who know all the property, all the stats, all the markets, all the different neighborhoods, all the inventory homes. There is so much to weigh out. And the last thing you need to worry about is being concerned with making a poor decision or feeling like when you come in town, you have to become a master and blitz the entire city, kind of shotgun approach. Let us surgically and with precision walk you through something that fits you like a glove and gets you in the right home. Now, that said, we've just transitioned through that laundry space back into this owner's suite here. And again, you have the option to do this soaking tub and that shower, but there are some changes that can be made to this. The optional walk-in shower, again, that's, as I said, it is an option. Oh, and something else that's really interesting. I don't go in the garage on this one, but the 3-car tandem garage can be a 5th bedroom. So the tandem garage, so in lieu of that, you can actually make that a 5th bedroom on the main level, which is incredibly helpful in my assessment. So coming out into this back patio space here on the main level, this is just a beautiful example of just the hill country views that you can get in Travisso. Now, there is a 3rd phase that they're opening in. They've already opened in Travisso, and some of them do have views. So you want to get in early if you want to get your hands on one of those. And the price that's listed in the website or that they promote right now does not include the cost, of course, of having a lot premium. That's going to be on top. And then you want to have all your different finishes and so forth. And you're probably going to be somewhere north of $1 million, maybe $1.2 million if you guys outfit the home, as, you see fit. On this one, you're going to start, this one, as I mentioned, is at about $850,000. So right now we're $849,990 as advertised currently, but the price is not going to, of course, as I mentioned, include that lot premium in any options you do in your home. Some of these options, for example, that sliding door is going to be about 16 to 20 grand. So you probably want to book for another $100,000 in options minimum, and then maybe it's somewhere with $60,000 to $80,000 in options. If you just do a few things, then of course the lot premium. So just be mindful that there are, the sky's the limit. Plus you're in Travisso, and Travisso is very, super highly sought after. It's a beautiful community with a lot of wonderful things going on. And if you've listened to any of my other videos, I've talked in great detail about the location of Travisso and how Travisso actually has excellent access to the hill country. If you go out the community and make a right, you're going to head right out into the hill country. If you go out the community and make a left, you're going to right into the bustling little Cedar Park area with everything that you could want: shopping, entertainment, dining, access to highways, and so on and so forth. Schools are nearby. There's a lot of wonderful things going on in this area. So it is just a great community with access to just a ton of things. So now we're going to head upstairs onto the 2nd level here, where you're going to see bedrooms 3, 4, bedroom 2. There's also a game room. There's a media space. And I believe in this plan we have the second, there's a second balcony that looks out with views. That's over, of course, the primary balcony the primary patio on the main level. I really enjoy this kind of layout. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll hear me talk about the views down into the main level. I think that's just a super nice feature. It just makes the house seem kind of regal and grand if they do it correctly. So this is the media space that we just walked by, but we're going to bypass that just quickly. I'll get right back to that. And we have this large game room here. You could do anything you want to with this space. There are so many options, but the way that they finished this, they did put that pool table, the billiards table here. You've got your windows along the back, brings all that light in, and then you have all the extra space for any kind of seating arrangement with your chaise lounges or your couches. Your love seats armchairs, whatever you want to do in here. There's lots of room for a whole lot of different options. I did like that. Family, fun, home, love, joy. That's really cool. Now we're going to head back into the back patio. Walking through this space, you have, this is just a jaw-dropping view. And as I mentioned, this is a unique community for this. You can see it's really kind of built out. Looking over the ridge there, that's phases 1 and 2. And then there's all this drainage area that runs down. It is definitely allergy season, guys. I'm so sorry. And then you can see some of the new lots off to the right there, where you're going to have a lot of options to build out there. And then we have these views. This really is a lovely kind of demonstration of what the upstairs patio can be. They did tile that, and there is a tray ceiling with, I think, the tongue and groove wood on the top of the ceiling. So remember, guys, that the finish outs on this particular property are not, they're not standard. You're going to have there's a lot of decorative things that they had a designer do in this property that you would need to have somebody third party do, because it's a difference between choosing options and choosing design finishes. Design finishes are going to be, or options are going to be picked in the design center, but counterintuitively, you have to hire a designer to come in and curate it all for you if you want to, unless you have a knack for it yourself. By the way, my wife is a designer, so if you ever have any design questions, she would be more than happy to give you a hand with that. So walking into one of the other guest bedrooms up top here, and we're just going to finish touring out. You can see the size of the room. You can see they're en suite. There's a restroom, a bathroom attached to this full bath, which is great. As I mentioned before, this property is for $850,000. The square footage on this, if I haven't touched on that yet, it's in the subject. 3,800 square feet, roughly 3,786 to about 4,127. You have your 4 to 5 bedroom option, 3.5 to 5.5 bathrooms, depending on how you want to lay the house out. I did mention that the 5th bedroom on the main level if you decide not to do the tandem garage. And then you have definitely 2 stories on this. That's a solid 2-story plan with, again, the 3 to 4 car garage. I think I've been saying 3 or 4. I'm sorry. It's a 3 on its own, and the 4th bay can be the 5th bedroom. So you can still keep your 3 car and have your 5th bedroom. So excuse me, I think I misspoke in the beginning of the video. So if you waited to the end and you made a comment, or if you didn't wait to the end and you made a comment about that, correcting me, I do apologize. So it can be a 4 car, or it can be a 3, and get rid of the tandem and make that a 5th bedroom. So guys, there are plenty of other videos that we've done on Travisso. Definitely check out a playlist. I can put that playlist right here. You can see the playlist that we did for the videos in Travisso. See some of the other ones they did. They've closed out the other models that were in the other phases. They had a Dries, they had a Taylor Morrison, and of course they had a Toll Brothers at the top of that hill. They're all stunning. There's some of our best performing videos that we did on those. Thank you guys for watching those. If you want to revisit that, you can check out Let's Do the Dries one right here, and that'll take you all through the link. And at the end of the video, I'll have a couple of options that you can choose from to see homes just like this one. Please feel free, guys. We worked this entire area. We have for years, been top producing team, and it's just been our joy to serve people in the purchase process. It really, really is the only thing that we do, and we have so much fun doing it. We have a great team. I often don't talk about them enough, but they are stunning. We have a wonderful team of people who just serve their hearts out to make sure that you guys have the best experience possible and to give you all the attention that you deserve. Again, that 5-star experience really is our top priority. Also, just know that if you have any lending questions or anything else, I did mention earlier, the market is changing so rapidly. Now, as we head into these other bedrooms here to check these out, I did want to tell you, it's only going to take a little bit of interest rate adjustment in a downward direction for the prices to start climbing in an upward direction. So we've already seen a $20,000 increase in the last week and a half with these new homes, these models. So, and it's almost all the builders. It's almost like they had a conference and all collectively decided to raise the prices. I don't think that's what happened, but everybody's making the same decision. It's a small world. Everybody's looking at each other's kind of cheat sheet, and they're all deciding, hey, they're raising, we're raising, we're all feeling really comfortable. And even though transactions have not dramatically increased, I think builders are feeling that there's more room. So here is that den on the first level, by the way. I love that office off to the left. We had not yet explored that, but I do really like when you walk in on the left side there is that office kind of flex space. You can turn that into an office. That's the current layout, or you can turn that into a flex space. There's a ton of options as we've discussed. Guys, thank you for taking time to walk through this beautiful plan. As I mentioned, guys, this is on the 70s, the Naples collection. This is the LARIMAR plan. It is just a beautiful plan. Drone footage came out really good. Guys, I'm getting to be a pretty good pilot with that drone. Anyway, guys, check out the other videos that are going to be popping up here in just a second. YouTube is going to make a couple of recommendations based on you because it knows you better than you do. All the AI, they've spent all this time building tech around making sure you like what you see next. So click on one of those videos. Feel free to tour our YouTube channel. Stick around, become part of our family, and just know that I am so grateful for you guys. Thank you for being here, for walking through the LARIMAR with me. Hit me up, book an appointment in the description below, and we'll talk to you guys on the next one.